How do? Welcome to Skye. 5 days, the Skye Trail. Weather gods are really smiling on me again. I cannot stress enough what a difference it makes when weather's nice. It looks set fair for the week, which I'm so grateful, because doing it in rain just makes everything so much harder. From camping, looking at your maps and your phone and what have you, it's just a lot less stressful. You can worry about your feet falling off and stuff like that. So yeah, I've given myself 2 days to get back to Portree. It's about 32 mile according to GPX route, but the Trotness Ridge is the most part of it after Floddigary, and it's very up and down, so I don't know how far I'm going to get. I've got no set spot to camp. I'm just going to try and get as far as I can, see how I feel. If I'm struggling, I'll just pitch, and if it means getting to Old Manor Store, then getting a bus to Portree and then coming back following morning, we'll see how we get on. But this weather, it's looking absolutely superb, so we'll see how we get on. Right, so this first section, just follow its coast. I know there's a bit further on that you're quite close to edge, so I shall be very careful. But yeah, you follow the coast round. I suppose as first aim is to get to Floddigary. There's an hotel and a hostel, so I'll stop for a rest there and have a drink. See if I can top my water up. So once you get towards Kerrang, there's no water unless you're filtering it, so but as I say, weather's in his favour. It's absolutely gorgeous. The sea smells lovely. Absolutely gorgeous. want to get too close to that edge, I tell you. Some Highland coos. What a day. Imagine if it were pissing it down. I'd be a bit freezing on these edges, to be fair, if it were any windier than it is. Absolutely beautiful though. I think I'm about 6 mile in. I thought I'd started Strava at phone box, but when I checked it had not started, so I think I'd gone about 1.5 miles, 2 miles before I've started it, so. But yeah, it is looking ambitious. We're trying to get to my desired area today, but we'll just have to see how we get on. It's okay, okay, stay there, it's okay. Get away from that bloody edge. Jesus. What have we got here? This looks a bit interesting. There. Right, I've just had a sandwich and a protein bar. Feet feel better. My feet were wet because we've gone, it's pretty boggy this first section. I've got otter shell socks on. I've just took them off to dry. And my liner socks, they're bone dry. So the otter shells are good. Not as bulky either as some of others. Them deck shell ones I've got, they're like football socks, take them off and roll them in a ball, and they're massive. Not roll them in a ball, you know what I mean, pair them up. Yeah, my back's hurting a bit. Looking at map, I've not gone that far. I've thought in back of my mind too. I've seen people camp at that little lock just before you start going up to Kerrang, and then you've got your full down ridge from that point. Now I could do that and just go to Old Manor Store on day 2 and get a bus into Portree where I've got an independent hostel booked, and then I could miss day 3 out. It's a 12-mile, but it's from Portree to Slegacken campsite, and I think it's mainly up road. So if you were going to miss any of it out, then that'd be it. But I don't really want to do that, but I'll see how I feel later on if I get to that little lock. And I think I can't keep going along that, because obviously I've not done it before. I've seen loads of videos and it's very up and down. This first day I think it's 3,600 feet of ascent, so I might physically be incapable of doing that. We'll see. I definitely need to fill my water bottles up at Floddy Hostel, because I've drunk them both. So that's what I need to do next. But I'm going to sit here for a bit longer because it's nice to have them cold wet socks off. I'm out at wind here as well. Beautiful. That's Floddy Hotel. Apparently the food prices are a little steep. I need to go to Oslo and get some water. Right, so Floddy Hostel is no more. It's closed and it's now staff accommodation for hotel. The gent there kindly let me use tap, so I filled my bottles up, had a good drink, some electrolytes, and I think there's a little bit of road work now, and we'll keep pushing on to see what happens. So we turn off the road. How far can we get? I've seen 3 people since I've come to the road. I need a wee as well, so I'm going to hang back a little bit. There's another lock further up. That's his next target. This is the Kerrang. Not to do with heavy metal. That's a nice little spot for a well camp down there. Way too early in the day for me. But I do need a rest before I tackle that. Obviously, I don't know if you can see that couple going upside, but obviously you don't go on top of that big thing in the background. You walk in front of it, I think. You've still got to get up. It's warm. I'm not complaining. At least it's not raining, because then I'd be crying. This looks tricky. With tired legs and 18 kilogram on your back. People on top of that. But there's a path along the base of it, so I presume we've just got to get up here, and then there shouldn't, well, I said there shouldn't be, but there always is, isn't there? There shouldn't be that much more ascent, and then we'll walk the length of it along the base. There's a car park, and I know that I think there used to be like a cabin there, but some of them have been shut off because of filming at Highlander. So I'm hoping I can get a drink there and not dip into this 3 litre of water I've got in bag. I need to keep that if possible. Get a drink from this car park. A bit last chance if there is anybody there. Till we drop down. I think, I'm not sure whether all manner store facilities are shut while this filming, but I don't know. But yeah, let's get up this final bit, and then there's probably another bit that we need to get to base and walk along that. So it's evened out a little bit here, look. As I say, you go along the bottom of that. Oh god. Nice little camping spots up here. Need to get further on though. Wedding dress down there. Like if they're getting married, or it's part of this film, or I can see a car park up there. I really hope there's a food wagon. I could just do with some drinks. Yeah, so once we pass that car park, you then start to go up. And this is the Trotness Ridge. As you can see, it's up along down, up along down. Let's have to see how far I get along it. It's very warm in that morning. the food wagons here, but I'm wondering because they've just stopped doing food. I've got some drinks, so better than no. That's why that path across here was busy, because of that car park. I stopped doing food and she shut shutter before I left, so I only just got my drink. But that Canarine brew and ice. I put 2 extra bottles in the bag. So now that's 4 litre of water I've got. So probably looking at about 19 kilogram on my back. Strava's saying 10 mile, but of course it didn't start at the start. So up between 1 and 2 miles before I realised. So I'm maybe at 11 or 12 mile. As I said, the route shows 16.7, so that's only 4 or 5 left, but it always seems to be longer, so now that doesn't sound too bad, does it, 4 or 5 mile, but these really are up and down. And I'm alright at minutes, I'm behind shoulder, but a lot of time it's very, very windy. Fortunately it's blowing inland, so it's not going to blow my end. But yeah, decent progress. I'm just going to have a little minute and then set off again. I'll probably not be able to see, but it's absolute carnage down there. The road's just not wide enough. The camper down there, the car's just stuck at the side of it, they ain't go any further. And there's a big wagon there, he's going to have fun. Bloody hell. Oh God, I am tired. I think this is one of about 16 up and downs, but I wonder if that's the top or whether it's a false summit. I was going to sit down just then, but I thought I'll not go back up, so I'll take it to the top of this, see what we're looking like. Right, we've levelled off for a bit, thank God. I'll try and get my breath back on this section. That's where we've got to go. My legs and my feet will be thankful when we're at the top of that one. I know there's more to go after that, but just to get to that one's going to be nice. Right, it's 25 to 6, so let's start thinking about pitching an hour and a half max. I'm just having a little rest because we've got to go up that. Oh, that camera doesn't do it justice, but it looks steep. I need to get to the top of that and then get down off of it and see if there's any suitable spots. I really need some shelter to get tent up so I'm comfortable. It's not going to blow me out at edge at night. But yeah, I want to lay down. That's where we've come from. Right back of that lot. And now we're along up and down. Oh God. to have warm you up going up these, you know. Oh, there don't look to be much. There's got to be a drop off just past this little point here. Let's think about getting to a lower spot and getting pitch now. Ah, God. Right, I ain't quite got as far as I wanted to, but it were another uphill and then across and down. I didn't know where I was going to find anybody anywhere suitable to pitch, so I've stopped a bit shorter than where I wanted to tense up. Oh, it's a bit breezy. Sea view. Some other tents up there as well. If in emergency I can shout them. Yeah, it's a bit breezy. I'm in a dip. I'd have to go up that and across, and I'm pushing for time. What time is it? It's 7:30, so I've had enough. I think this wind is gonna. It's forecast to drop, so hopefully the tent won't fall down. I'm just going to chill for a bit. Long day, tough day, but we're alright. Not a bad view, is it? So today's route, according to GPX, was supposed to be 16.4 mile, and I've stopped just under a mile before that route was supposed to finish, because it were another uphill and across. By the time I got up there and across and down trying to find somewhere to pitch, I'd have been fighting against light. So I've just stopped here. It's very breezy. I've dropped down, but it's still breezy, but it's not meant to get out above 10 mile an hour gusts, so we should be absolutely fine. But yeah, it's a lovely pitch. I'm absolutely knacked. I've actually done 17.6 mile today. So according to that GPX, if I'd have gone to the point where I thought I were going, that'd have been 18.6 miles. So it's always hard, unless it's me just going the wrong way. But yeah, 4,000 feet of ascent today. Going up and down them with 18 kilogram pack on your back, it's been hard work. I'm not particularly fit. Obviously I'm walking fit, otherwise I won't be able to do it, but it's been very hard today. But obviously there's an extra mile to do on tomorrow's route, but we've only got, I don't know, I'm guessing here 5 or 6 mile of this sort of terrain before we drop down after Old Manor Store, and then it should settle right down then. It should be steady away into Portree, or it might be like another 18 mile day or something like that, but it'll not be as hard as today, I'm sure, because we've got all big hills out at way, I think. But we shall see. I could do with something to eat, but as I say, it's very breezy and I'm a bit bit loath to put cooker on with everything flapping about, so we'll see if it settles down in a bit. I'm not starving, but we'll see. It's just great to be laid down. Right, I've put a chili con carne on. I've done one of them fire pot meals, chili con carne. And yet again, I've left it 15 minutes as it says. Yet again, it's hard. So I've put it's in here. I'm trying to keep it warm. I'll give it another 10 minutes or something to try and soften it up. They're not very good, are they? And I'm thinking of changing my channel to Andrew Outside, in brackets, not intense. One of the tensioners on this side, it's been winds mostly on this side. One of the tensioners like sort of pulled its end back in to like sort of pegs at its maximum loop, which has caused it to flap in. So I've gone out, tried to obviously tighten it back up. I don't know if it's because it's like yanked it and it's pulled it through knot a bit. I can't get the tensioner to tighten, so all I've had to do is just peg as far back as I can and re-peg it, but tension is like stuck, so I'm hoping it don't bloody blow in at night. I could do without that. Yeah, I could do it in Illyburg, but they're a fortune and they weigh a ton. At least you know you're not going to well, you've more of a chance than you hit one of them. I don't know. Just sort of put me on edge a bit. Can't enjoy it sunset now because I'm thinking tent's going to come in. But I'm just going to have this rock hard chili con carne and see how it goes. If that wind had just stopped, it'd be very relaxing. Look at that, it's gorgeous. There's going to be some good star action, I'd have thought, as well. Let's see if I can enjoy it. See, it's gone calm again now, look. Just every now and again there's a gust. Not a bad view though, is it? If this chili con carne doesn't sort of soften up, at least I'm getting a good warm. It's like a water bottle under my jacket. Right, it's 9:45. Try and get some sleep. Hope this tent don't cave in the morning. See you there.